Shooting USA is brought to you by SnapSafe and the full line of Trek-Lite lockboxes. Affordable security for home or travel. Get 15% off with code SUSA15 at snapsafe.com.
When you start down the path to practical shooting competition, there is a big draw to the fast-paced run and gun style events like USPSA and IDPA, where your time is a big part of your score. Now, when you apply that time pressure to hunting style competition, it changes everything. And that is exactly what Ultimate Hunter Shooting is about. A real test of the hunter with typical equipment in natural terrain on the clock. We're headed to Grand Junction for the story. The western slope of Colorado, the postcard views below Grand Mesa, and the steadfast gaze of the Lady of Cameo are the backdrop for a fast-growing shooting sport that is a real test of the hunter in a location that is second to none.
I've shot at a lot of ranges across the country and, seen a lot of different places, and this is my backyard, and I'm up here every week, multiple times a week, so I kind of forget what I have here at home and how lucky I am to have this place right here.
The natural terrain here is like no other, but the trade-off is the match setup is a big physical investment.
Setting up a match like this solo and getting all the sight lines correct and making sure that everything is laid out correctly and safely, it takes a lot. So I'm happy with how it's turned out, and I think it's going to present a lot of different challenges for shooters on a stage-to-stage basis. A different problem to solve in each stage, and we've got some real close targets and some real far targets.
And those targets are all the same size, no matter the distance, and that's for a reason.
It was based off of a kill zone size, roughly. It's easy to take a 12-inch by 12-inch square, turn it as a diamond, and then corner to corner you're about 18. But you superimpose that over a Coues deer to a Yukon moose, and if you can put the right bullet in the right spot inside that zone, you got a dead animal. And that's why we did it that way, from the closest targets all the way up to the farthest.
And there are some special add-ons to some of the targets for this national, just to add to the realism.
There's a cow elk on stage 8, and it is life-size, and it's painted very well. So looking at that target, it gets me going, because it's placed in a place where I've seen elk in the junipers there, just like it's sitting there now. And yeah, it adds a little bit of realism, might give a little more adrenaline dump. So it was just another last minute Easter egg that we could throw in there, and we got it done, and it worked out really well. I'm happy with how those turned out this year.
The added adrenaline won't be a welcomed addition to the already taxing match format. The hurry-up instinct plays in heavily. And for Brady Talent, that means a hasty position on white.
Impact!
And an even more upright position on the long target. Getting his pack under the back of his rifle does the trick.
Impact!
That was strange. I couldn't quite see that third target from here because the tree didn't quite get that rear rest, and so I got my bag under there, settled in, and squeezed the trigger.
There are essentially 2 divisions of centerfire competition designated by caliber and rifle weight. Varmint is all approved cartridges up to and including 6mm or .243, with a maximum rifle weight of 10 pounds and a velocity ceiling of 3,300 feet per second.
Impact!
Big Game is all approved cartridges above 6mm or .243, up to and including 50 caliber, with a maximum rifle weight of 13 pounds and a velocity ceiling of 3,200 feet per second. From there, both divisions are broken down into 3 categories by sighting systems. Iron sights, self-explanatory. Classic allows magnified optics with no windage or elevation adjustment. And the Modern, allowing optics with windage and elevation adjustments. Don't discount the Classic category shooters as disadvantaged. The target size alone makes success attainable.
You figure at 500 yards, a 12-inch by 12-inch square even is more than 2 MOA. But considering what we're going for with the goal on target size, it's okay that it's a bigger target. They're relatively close, they're relatively large, we help you find them, so the game becomes, given my area here, how do I solve this as quickly and as accurately as possible? That's what the game boils down to.
It's easy to say, but can be challenging to execute. The timer really does erase the best laid plan. But then you run into an old hand in the game. Even as one of the developers of the sport, Walt Prue still feels the jolt every time he shoots a course of fire.
I get done shooting and I'm thinking, what in the heck is going on with me? I'm a pro shooter. I do this stuff all the time.
Right.
And then it occurred to me, it was like I felt like I just killed an animal, shot something hunting.
The true hunting simulation is the trademark in this sport.
Impact!
And there are versions of the game for everything you'd hunt with.
Impact!
We'll take a look at the Rimfire version
Impact!
next.
Impact! Impact!
The .22 Advanced Rifle Cartridge easily outperforms all other .22 caliber cartridges in its class, producing .22 250 performance in an AR-15 platform. The .22 ARC is engineered to take full advantage of the most aerodynamic .22 caliber bullets. This means tighter groups, increased accuracy, and an exceptional shooting experience. .22 Advanced Rifle Cartridge from Hornady.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Hornady, celebrating 75 years of innovation in accuracy. Proud to be family owned for 3 generations. Another quick note about the Centerfire match that you may have already noticed. All of the medium and long range targets had Hornady hit indicators on them. Here's match director Austin Prue with more. The Hornady hit indicators making it easier for the ROs.
Yeah, so every white and blue, which is to say intermediate and far target in this match, has one of the Hornady flashing hit indicators on it. And those are great for me as the person setting up the match because they're so easy to put on. They last quite a while, they're pretty rugged, and all I have to do is put that little bungee strap around the T-post and I'm done. Turn it on, leave it on for the entire match, and it's pretty carefree after that. We've been using those a ton here at Cameo, and Hornady actually provided those to us for this match. So big shout out to Hornady, and those have been working great for us. Super happy with those products.
Well, if that's not a solid product testimonial, I don't know what is. Something else cool, the LED flashing sequence is actually Morse code for HIT. That's pretty clever. The Hornady hit indicators are available in a pack of 2 like this for $17.99 or a 5-pack for $43.99. Now, as popular as the Centerfire version of Ultimate Hunter is, there is equal buzz around the Rimfire version. It's the same format, just shrunk down for the .22s. And that means it's a great starting point for the youth hunter. And at the same time, it's doable on smaller ranges, so your club doesn't have to be hundreds of acres. And the action is just as exciting. The competition format is the same. The playing field, like the caliber, is just smaller.
No, this entire course is contained within this small valley here and that next small valley there.
That area of this facility totals a little less than 5 acres. And it will be 3 targets per stage, designated and indicated by the color-coordinated markers. Red, white, and blue. Targets are engaged near to far, and you must hit to advance. The red target is between 25 and 50 yards. White targets are 51 to 75. And blue targets are 76 to 100 yards away. And in Rimfire, each target must be hit twice. The recoil is not the challenge. In most cases, it's the positions, as Alexa Krepaszewski is learning.
I struggled a little bit on that second target. I just shot a little too low on it. But other than that, it's going pretty smooth.
The Rimfire match is a great place to get started in Ultimate Hunter. Just like Lily Weisbrod, out for only her 2nd time in Ultimate Hunter Rimfire.
Impact! Impact!
For her, it's about time with her grandfather.
It's really fun. I've been doing it for a while. I enjoy it. He's taught me a whole bunch of things about how to do like the basics and a whole bunch of other fun things.
The basics have paid off, and for Lily's grandfather, Daryl, the time with his granddaughter is the reward.
You know, any day with the grandkids, the best. So, even if we'd have done lousy, it's perfect.
That seemed to go pretty well. Has she been keeping the pressure on you today pretty good?
Yes, she has. I think she's going to beat me.
32, 36. Unload so clear. Good job. That was fast. That was clear.
The competitive drive for Lily takes a bit of a back seat. This is more about honing skills in a practical format.
This is a completely different thing than just going to the range and sitting at a bench, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's a lot more involved. You have to think more. You have to like adjust yourself, go in weird positions. So it's pretty fun.
Fun for sure. And no matter your age, this format is a great launch point into the sport.
The Rimfire is really awesome. It's a great entry level for people to get going in this sport. The rules translate over directly into the other 4 sports that are involved in this, and there are several kids here shooting today. I think it's a great thing.
Great indeed. And for Sophie Baumgarten, solid positional shooting means 1-for-1 hits. For Sophie, it's about beating the jitters and making it happen.
What's the hardest part of this whole game?
The nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess getting in position is kind of difficult. I don't know.
Yeah. It's fun though, right?
Yes, very fun.
What keeps you wanting to do it? I don't really want to do it. I just want to go home.
My boss makes me. I don't know.
Sophie works in the pro shop, and that means she is on site all the time.
Impact! Impact!
But another junior just building confidence in the sport is 10-year-old Coulter Waldron.
Keep that bolt up.
This match for him is a totally new experience. Under the guidance of his dad, Coulter is having a great learning experience, acquiring targets, building positions, and making hits.
Impact!
White target got a little hidden in there. Red target hidden by the bushes. Blue target didn't really get to.
Good job, bud.
For Dad Monty, it's focusing on successes and celebrating improvement.
This is his first match ever shooting competitive, so it's a lot of fun bringing him out, and he's actually never shot positional at all until today. We've been pretty much just belly shooting, and so he's just been watching what we do and what his older sister does, and he's doing really good. He's picking it up really natural.
Is it fun to come out and shoot with your dad?
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Thanks again for tuning into the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed the content. A couple of notes. Make sure you take advantage of SUSA15 at snapsafe.com. That's our discount code that saves you 15% on anything from SnapSafe, and that gets to be some big money when you start talking about modular safes and vault doors. Also, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our new content. As always, a like and a comment helps us with that algorithm.